What is up, guys? I'm back, and originally this was supposed to be 3 videos that I recorded that were all so grueling and terrible that there are no clips from the first video, and the second 2 are in this one. We do go to the moon, but it was much more complicated than I had originally hoped for. So we started out by going and committing to a fundraising campaign to turn some reputation into funds, and then we took a couple more contracts along with this reusable Sarnis rocket for tourist flights. So we launched that and then brought it back down, thankfully not killing our tourist, and landed it and fully reused it. So we went ahead and launched it again and did the same thing. And then I used my Sarnis 3, which is not revealed yet. This was after I upgraded the VAB, which I just didn't put a clip in, and realized pretty quick that the lander that I had built for it was not going to work, and we proceeded to smash into the moon. But I counted that as a trip to the moon, so we went ahead and upgraded the lander, and now you're looking at the Sarnis 3. And this clip is sped up, so we're just going to go ahead and... And right about here in a second, I actually pulled a NASA and saw something that definitely could have been a problem and ignored it because it didn't cause a catastrophic failure. Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, that might come back to haunt me a little later. I know I said I was gonna just sit here and not actually talk over this. I might as well. I'm actually like kind of Matt Louning this right now, where there was commentary over the original video. And I was like, screw it, I don't want to go through and clip through all that, and I did it different than I normally would, and I just wasn't happy with it. And this seemed like the most time-saving way to do it, so I'm just going to do it like this, which means the commentary probably isn't going to be as good. So here I was circularizing in orbit, and it was about here where I realized that maybe the Sarnis 3 was not near efficient enough for the mission that I was putting it through, but I decided to go forward with it anyway. Man, I really drugged this part out way too long. I should have cut this down a little more. This kind of sucks. And then you can see I actually had to use some lander fuel to actually circularize, which should have been my first indication that, hey, maybe this was a bad move. And you could also see I used 4 Reliants and a swivel, along with 3 Valiants, and then 2 Terriers. And then so I got here, and even after the go, no-go checks, I still decided to land. And by the time I had landed, I knew with only 760 something meters per second of delta V, there was absolutely no way that I was getting home. So I may have phoned a friend on this one. So yeah, you can see we are very stuck on the moon. I went ahead and devised a whole thing, and the only way to do it was to upgrade the astronaut complex, which should have been upgraded, and the R&D department, which should have been upgraded. So I have taken out a 2 million Kerbal bucks loan from the government, and then launched what I call Kerbalsat, and yeah, we almost immediately lost an engine, and I had to disable the opposite engine to save the mission, but we did get in orbit of the sun to give us just enough science to unlock the parts needed for my new rocket. So I called up my buddy. if you haven't realized yet, this is my improved Redline Mark II that I made almost 5 years ago now. Maybe it has been 5 years. And I knew it could get to the moon and back, so I went ahead and launched it and sent it to the moon. So I think because of the government bailout and the help from Jedediah N Space Agency, I think I've lost the space race in episode 2, which is fine. Oh yeah, and no focus on retrograde on the SAS pod meant that I fell over. I just went ahead and figured that that'll be fine. I don't even need to worry about that much. And so I just switched over to my other vessel, and you know, they're still in here, and now they can go EVA. So we did a small hop to get us just a little bit closer so that they could actually fly over to the rescue rocket. And here we are coming down and landing. And you can see it right there in the background, laying on its side. So Leslie Evans went ahead, got out and planted her flag, and the scientist flew. I'm getting ahead of myself. She flew over and got in the rescue pod, and our scientist, whose name I have not cared to remember, did some EVA science, collected samples, and did all that, and then I did a quick save because I knew exactly how this was gonna go. This took me probably 8 different tries to get right, because this kept happening, and then this happened, and then eventually I hit a rock just right, didn't blow up, and flew, and then hit the plus button, which is my keybind to record. I swear to God, I did this like 50 times. Barely had enough Delta V because of a persistent thrust error that almost destroyed the mission, and we did have the Delta V to get in there. You can see there I detached the lower stage, or the landing stage, and we came in for an extremely steep re-entry profile. The steepest I've done in a long time. I usually try to reduce G's, and yeah, it got pretty hot, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that I will continue to upload my Kerbal Space Program videos, but I think I've lost the space race, having to bail myself out with a rocket that is technically owned by another space agency, the one that I'm competing with. That's like if Neil Armstrong got stuck on the moon and we called up our homies over there in the Soviet Union to send an N1 to pick him up. So yeah, the Sarnis 3 is a complete failure, and we're going to move forward with the Sarnis 4, which is already developed, and it's the most Kerbal looking rocket I've ever developed. We'll get a look at that in the next episode, but you know, this one was a shorter one, and it feels kind of slapped together, I understand, but I'm gonna go ahead and call the video good here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.